Welcome back to another episode of Things I'll Take It From Here, the podcast where we talk about the shows, movies, and books that made us feel something. Whether it's rage, sadness, or pure shock, we're covering it all. I've been doing weekly recaps of The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, and since we're officially more than halfway through the season, I thought it was the perfect time to put out an episode to help fill the void of those of us already dreading the end. So today I will be spilling all the messy tea about a show that honestly feels like the Temu or Yeehaw version of The Summer I Turned Pretty. If you haven't guessed it already, I'm talking about My Life with the Walter Boys. In this episode, I'll be recapping season 1 of the show. Now, I know these descriptions might make you a little hesitant, but trust me, if you love a messy love triangle, this one is definitely worth diving into. So let me break down what happens in season 1. So the show kicks off with Jackie. She's a studious student whose dream is to go to Princeton. She's a rich Upper West Side prep school kid with famous fashion designers for parents. But her life is completely thrown for a loop when both of her parents and her sister die in like a super tragic accident. In their will, Jackie's parents name her mom's best friend, Catherine Walters, and Catherine's husband, George, as her guardians. That means Jackie has to leave New York City behind and move to a small town in Colorado, which, ooh. The Walters household is no small adjustment either. They have 8 children of their own: Will, Cole, Danny, Alex, Nathan, Jordy, Benny, and Parker, plus George's 2 nephews, Isaac and Lee, whose dad is away on military service. By the time Jackie arrives, there's 11 kids under one roof, which, what the hell? At first, Jackie kind of struggles to fit in, but 2 of the Walter boys step up to help her adjust. So it's Alex, the nerdy but sweet brother, and then it's Cole, the broody kind of troublemaker. And Cole is kind of mean to Jackie in the beginning. He softens up a little bit over time, though he kind of has a habit of like self-sabotaging, which I'll get into that later. Jackie even makes 2 friends of her own at school, and she really starts to find her footing. That is until the Walters do a prank on her. So they put bleach in her shampoo, and listen, I love how these kids do not care that she's basically a millionaire, and they still went full prank mode. The twist though, Cole, who was the one who was comforting her after she had her hair bleached, like he took her out to a beautiful river, is the one who actually planned it all along. So naturally, Jackie kind of writes him off as the bad boy, and she begins to grow closer to Alex, the nerdy one. And he's also like the sweet, sensitive one. But after the bleach incident, the town gears up for a huge blowout, which is like their homecoming. Now, I'm from New York City, so I never realized how big of a deal homecoming is in small towns, but watching Jackie experience that culture shock in Colorado felt so real. So Jackie sets her sights high. She wants to raise a ton of money at her homecoming for the school's theater program. Why? Well, because she's gunning for a spot on the student association, which just so happens to be run by Erin, which is this girl that Cole is in a messy on-again, off-again situationship. Erin is not Jackie's biggest fan. And honestly, who can blame her? Jackie's a pretty rich girl now living with her boyfriend Cole. And he's been giving Jackie like a lot of attention at this point in the show, and it's like very clear to everyone with eyes. But here's the gag. Erin should have been worried about her best friend, who was secretly hooking up with Cole this entire time. I still can't believe Erin forgave her after that. You know, kudos to her. Because Cole basically hooked up with both of them in like the same week. But anyway, at homecoming, Jackie and Alex run the Walters family cider cart, with Cole jumping in to help. Cole's whole identity used to be football. He was supposed to go to state college on a scholarship until an injury took that future away. Throughout the season, we kind of see him struggle to figure out who he is without football. And at homecoming, it hits hard when he sees his best friend shining as the new quarterback in his place. When Jackie's fundraising goal isn't going well, Cole jumps on stage and does what he does best, uses his charm, and he kicks off a surprise auction on himself to pull in more money for her cause. For a second, it feels like he's really showing showing up for Jackie because he really wanted to help her achieve her goal. He even says he'll join her and her friends for pizza later, but when he catches sight of Jackie and Alex getting closer, he bails and runs right back to Erin, which is like classic Cole, self-sabotaging at its finest. Okay, before we get back into the main love triangle, let me do a quick speed through of the side stories. So Catherine and George Walters, the parents, are struggling financially to keep their ranch afloat. The oldest Walter is planning a wedding, but things kind of hit a bump when he and his fiancee Haley temporarily break up over like a work-life balance issue. He's also trying to find his footing and what he wants to do with his career, so they kind of clash a lot about that. But by the end of the season, they reconcile and Jackie actually steps in to plan their wedding. The oldest brother even pitches a business plan to turn the ranch into a retreat and spa with financial backing from Jackie's uncle. Meanwhile, Haley, the bride-to-be, best friend, the school guidance counselor, starts dating one of the teachers, and it seems kind of serious until he suddenly announces he's moving to the UK for a job, and he didn't even ask her to come, y'all, which I thought was fine. They had only just started dating, but by the finale, he actually ends up staying and changes his mind. It's kind of messy because when they stopped talking, she was kind of like flirting with Jackie's uncle at the wedding. So we have a new potential love triangle launching in season 2. Since Jackie's uncle is now backing the new ranch business, he's going to be in Colorado a lot more now. So it's going to be messy, but I'm here for it. Now back to the messy triangle we're all really here for. After homecoming, Jackie is feeling low because it's her sister Lucy's birthday. And to make it worse, one of the Walter kids like breaks a teapot that Lucy gave her. What Jackie doesn't know is that Cole secretly restored it and kept it hidden. She only finds it at the very end of the season. And honestly, this is giving major Conrad energy. Like when he pretended to forget Belly's birthday while holding on to the infinity necklace the whole time. Y'all cannot convince me Cole isn't the Conrad of the show. But to cheer her up, Cole takes Jackie to a lake house party. She skips school for it, and Alex covers for her in class, which is very on brand for Alex. At the party, things got kind of spicy. They were playing Truth or Dare, and Cole actually almost kissed Jackie. When they got home later that night, Jackie tried to kiss Alex. So like basically in that same day, she was almost kissed by one brother and then she tried to kiss the other brother. A mess. But Alex pulls away when she tries to kiss him because she's been drinking and he doesn't want her to regret it. The next day though, Alex spirals to his friend Kylie about how he should have kissed Jackie, but Kylie is over it, mostly because Alex hasn't shut up about Jackie since she moved in, and also because Kylie is secretly in love with him. This all builds into Thanksgiving, which is already emotional for Jackie as is, because it's her first one without her family. So she just tries to keep busy, and she joins a food drive and ends up delivering meals with Erin. You know, Cole's on again, off again situationship. It was actually surprising because instead of butting heads, the two actually bond over their shared grief and how heavy the holidays feel when you've lost a loved one. Jackie even hypes up Erin, telling her she doesn't need to put up with Cole's mess. It was such a great moment. Like, Jackie is such a girl's girl, and I love seeing her and Erin start forming a friendship outside of Cole. Jackie then invites Erin to Thanksgiving at the Walters, where she's surprised by her uncle showing up. He announces he wants custody of her, and Jackie kind of considers it. And I mean, I would too. Like, if somebody was like, you can live in New York City or you can live in a small town in Colorado, what are you picking? Exactly. But ultimately, she actually decides against moving to New York because she feels like there's nothing left there for her. And I get it. Like, New York is her home, right? And it's like her family, they all have passed away. So it's a city of just like reminders. So I kind of understand why she said no. But afterward, Alex gives her a really special gift that recreates a piece of her old life, and they watch this beautiful sunset together. He really wanted to make sure she didn't feel like she was giving anything up by staying in Colorado with the Walters. And that moment is so special for them that they share their first kiss. Now, after Thanksgiving, they prepare for a massive bonfire. That's when Jackie learns about Cole and Alex's messy history with a girl named Paige. Turns out Alex was dating her while Cole was at football camp, but Paige still kissed Cole. Cole swears he didn't know, but Alex never believed him. And honestly, Paige is wild for kissing two brothers when she was dating one of them because she wanted to get the clout off kissing Cole. Sure, Cole didn't know, but you knew you weren't single. And let me just tell you, this bonfire is so messy. Everything truly goes up in flames, pun intended. So Jackie and Alex's new relationship hits turbulence because Alex is going way over the top with PDA, clearly trying to prove to Cole that he won. Meanwhile, Nathan Walters starts catching feelings for Jackie's friend Skylar, but Skylar gets the ick after Nathan writes him a song. That leads to their own clash at the bonfire. After the bonfire, rumors swirl and the sibling rivalry finally boils over between Cole and Alex, and they get in a huge fight at school, and the other Walter brothers try to intervene, and they all end up getting suspended. Jackie just kind of getting upset seeing the brothers fight over just this whole messy Paige thing and just toxic masculinity. She's just not feeling it, so she ghosts all of them and stays with her friend. I get it. She was really annoyed by their immaturity, and she was kind of mad at both of them. She was mad at Alex for not telling her about Paige, and then she was just mad at Cole for being really weird with Alex once they started dating. I feel like Cole definitely felt a way that Alex kind of got Jackie first. But anyway, she ends up staying with her friend Grace because she just doesn't want to deal with them. Meanwhile, her friend Skylar tries to patch things up with Nathan, the one that wrote him the song that he got the ick from, and he actually invites him to dinner, but Nathan never shows up because he actually suffered from a seizure and he gets diagnosed with epilepsy, which forces Alex and Cole to kind of cool down their sibling rivalry for a second because one of their brothers essentially almost died. So Cole was actually trying to call Jackie to get her to come to the hospital, which is surprising that Alex didn't. Alex didn't want to bother her. Like, he felt like they were not in a good place, so he just didn't want to give her a call, which I feel like you should overlook that for medical emergencies. And I think the fact that Cole did and Alex didn't is very telling. But somehow Jackie and Alex make up, and then Cole, he kind of spirals a little bit. And remember I told you Erin and Jackie kind of had a conversation where Jackie was like, you don't need Cole and his mess. You deserve better. She kind of took that to heart and stopped talking to Cole and also her best friend. And then Cole tries to win her back, but she not feeling it. She wants nothing to do with him, especially after the tea dropped about him hooking up with her friend. And I really like that by the end of the season, Erin's kind of in her girl boss era. She's like quitting track to pursue theater. She's standing up for herself and also possibly catching feelings for another Walter boy named Danny, which, if you're keeping up, this is love triangle number 3, I think. This show is so unhinged. But Danny is the Walter boy that Jackie helped get into Juilliard. So Erin's kind of over Cole. She's like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do what makes me happy. And I feel like that was the straw that broke the camel's back because Cole really started to spiral after that. Like, he starts cutting class, his grade slips, he got drunk at an award ceremony for his mom, where he makes a scene and gets kicked out, actually. And Jackie tells Alex to go help him because he's drunk and making a scene. And Alex is just like, no, let him sink his own ship. I don't care. And Jackie's like, well, then I'm gonna do something. So she goes to try to help Cole, and Cole snaps at her, saying he wishes she never moved here. And Jackie claps back saying, well, she wishes her family never died, because it's like the only reason why she is there is because her whole family died. It's brutal and it's a really sad scene. After that, she really like don't mess with Cole, and she really tries to keep distance from him. Jackie and Alex kind of continue to grow closer, and she supports his rodeo dreams at the county fair until it clashes with her own ambitions. She misses one of his biggest performances because she has an interview with a Princeton alum, which she actually started the interview really well, and then she found out that the Princeton alum knows her dad while she was interviewing, and that was right around the last question. The Princeton alum asked her, and her mind blanked because she was just thinking, about her family and the grief. So she kind of bombed her interview because she couldn't answer the question. Meanwhile, at the county fair that Alex is performing at, Nathan and Skylar go on their first real date since Nathan's diagnosis. Things get tense when Skylar calls him out for not being careful enough with his health because he goes to ride a mechanical bull, and Skylar was pissed that he did that because he's like, why are you doing that when you have epilepsy? He was just so worried about him, and they actually end up getting in a little tiff about it, but they were able to talk it out and enjoy the rest of their evening together. Alex and Cole also finally have a heart-to-heart, and they unpack some of their deep-seated issues because Cole is helping Alex with his rodeo performance. I don't know if it's called a performance, whatever it was. He was on a horse picking up flags and walking in a circle, whatever that is. But him and his brother got really close in the preparation for that, and they really talked out some of their deep-seated issues. Now, on Jackie's side, like I said, she was at the interview. Cole picks her up to drive her to the fair so she can meet up with Alex. Originally, someone else was supposed to drive her, but they couldn't. I don't remember why. But on the way, the car breaks down. That's when Jackie and Cole share a heart-to-heart where he admits his feelings for her. But before Jackie can even process what he said, Alex and his brother Will, which is the oldest brother, pull up to tow the car, cutting the moment and leaving all of that tension just lingering in the air. And Will asks Jackie if she can help plan his wedding. So because of that, she went straight into planning a wedding mode, so she really didn't have time to address anything that Cole said. The wedding prep for Will and Haley's big day kicks off into overdrive. And Cole, he's actually starting to turn things around. He signs up for summer school and hands an extra credit. He apologizes to Erin, and all of this is happening the day of the wedding. The wedding itself was really beautiful. Cole gave a really sweet toast to his brother. Alex got a little drunk, maybe not a little, he got a lot drunk, and he blurted out, "I love you" to Jackie, and she didn't say it back. And he was like, don't worry, you don't have to say it back. And it's like, he clearly said that because he knew she wasn't going to say it back. Later, he vents to Kylie. In his drunken haze, they share this really intense moment staring at each other. It feels like it's something, and that the show is like hinting that maybe something's there, but then he passes out. So whatever they're trying to do with that. But I think they were hinting at possibly Alex having feelings for Kylie. The season closes with Jackie helping Danny pack for Juilliard. When she's helping him pack, that's when she discovers Cole restored her sister's teapot. Overwhelmed, she goes to confront him, and she actually kisses him. And mind you, when she kisses him, she's fully in a relationship with Alex. So what does she do after that? She panics and she skips town and just leaves a note saying sorry on her bed, leaving the Walter boys and their drama behind, at least for now. The new season is supposed to kick off with Jackie returning to the Walter house after the summer ends. And the big question is, how is everyone going to react to her coming back after the way things ended? Now, I'm about to drop a huge spoiler from the books, so if you don't want to know, this is your time to sign off. Thanks so much for listening, and don't forget to leave a review and share it with someone who needs a full cap of season 1, and we'll see you soon, babes. All right, so for those sticking around, in the books, when Jackie comes back, Alex is actually dating his best friend Kylie. He admits he rushed into things with Jackie before he had fully healed from the whole Paige and Cole love triangle mess. I don't know if the show will follow that route, but if it does, that would be a major plot twist. I'll be dropping a full reaction, breakdown, and Easter egg and review episode for the new season soon. And I've also got a brand new series launching soon on the pod featuring a special guest. Her name is Victoria. She runs a book talk account called A Fine Read, and she's also an author. We're going to be launching a book club series where we dive into novels from fresh new authors, nostalgic favorites, and books that are about to be adapted into movies or shows. Expect tea spilling sessions, deep dives, and special guests who bring insight to the books we're covering, and even some of the authors themselves. So stay tuned. Make sure you're following Things I'll Take It From Here on Instagram and TikTok at Take It From Here Pod, and get ready for more messy recaps, book club combos, and everything in between. This has been another episode of Things I'll Take It From Here, and I'll see you next time. Bye!